Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. I'm your host, KeTohn, and today's episode is dedicated to another confidence boosting tip. So we are on confidence boosting tip number 13, and that tip is don't let bad experiences or hateful people define your confidence. So this tip is going to help you a lot. It's something that's a little bit easier said than done, because in the moment when you're surrounded by negativity or you experience something negative, or you've gone through some kind of trauma, it's a lot harder to actually do it and not allow it to define your own confidence. But the best way I could put this is that you have to acknowledge that when someone is miserable or hateful or negative or trying to beat you down, it's coming from their own internal insecurities, and you can't allow that to affect what you have going on for yourself. So if you feel that it has affected you in a way, then what you want to do is hurry up and figure out what the solution to that is going to be. Whether that's therapy, whether that's doing something for yourself that's therapeutic, but you have to find that solution and you have to cut off access to those kind of people. So there's different experiences that I'm sure everyone can recognize or resonate with. For me personally, I would have to say, I guess I'll use business since this is the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. But for me, I've had a few different experiences with people, amazing people, but then I've also had experiences that were not the best. So one of them would have to be sometimes stepping into rooms and doing a temperature check and noticing that the energy is off, like off. And to the point where I'm kind of like, ooh, if this is your energy, why did you come? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me personally, if I'm not feeling it, if I'm in a mood, if I'm in a funk, if I don't want to be there, if I just don't like you, whatever it is, I'm just not going to come. So if you took the time to get up and show up here and this is the energy that you're bringing, why? What's going on? So, I've had environments where I've gone to networking events or been a part of them, and business owners have come in, and maybe it's because they're nervous and they don't see how they come off to others, but the energy is just so low. And it's like, hi, how are you? Fine. Okay. So what do you provide? Services. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on, and then I've also been in places where maybe someone is meeting me, like maybe it's an event. I've done things where I've been providing a service, not even a service, sometimes free opportunities, and people have this weird energy, and I'm just like, why'd you come? So, in those situations, I always have this rule of thumb, which is that it doesn't matter what other people bring. I always bring 100%. The energy, the positivity is always going to be up there at 100, regardless of what they're bringing to the table. Whatever insecurities or issues they need to work out within themselves, that's on them. So I've done that, and it has helped me get into so many other opportunities and open so many doors for my business, helped me with gaining some really great clients and sales. So that's the tip that I'm sharing. MJ, what is your perspective on this idea of not letting bad experiences or hateful people define your confidence?
You definitely have to remember that not everything is about you. As you stated already, there are some people who just walk in a room negative. Like, you just negative for life.
Just darkness.
You just negative. Like, you're just dark. You're not happy that you're alive. You're not happy that your limbs are still of use. You're not happy for this. You're not happy for that. There's always something wrong that you're pinpointing. You're always downing somebody and also downing yourself. Who want to be around that all day? Because I don't.
It's work.
It's volunteer work that I didn't sign up for.
And it's contagious.
It is contagious. It's volunteer work that I did not sign up to be your personal crying pillow. I didn't sign up for
it. Crying pillow.
I did not sign up to be your personal crying pillow. If I wanted to be a personal crying pillow, I'd go find my own crying pillow. I go sit in somebody's therapist's office for an hour and get my frustrations out. I go to a boxing ring and go spar with a boxing bag. But you got to do something to channel that energy into somebody and something else that's not people who didn't do wrong to you. Now, transparently though, there was a time in my life where I was that negative person because of the surroundings that I was in. And I had to come to realize that, hey, they didn't do anything to me. If I walked in with an attitude, I walked in with an attitude from home. I didn't get that attitude when I walked into this room. So I can't give these people the same energy that I would give somebody at home who actually made me mad. So I'm not just saying this just to hear myself talk. I'm saying it as a person who has been there. You cannot bleed all over everybody and expect for them to want to be around you. It just does not work. So now that I'm in a space where I can recognize when somebody's being negative, I'm like, I just came from this. I'm not doing this. I'm going this way. Goodbye. And I'm gone.
Yep.
That's it. My energy is important. My energy is important. My positive thoughts is important. Everything is important to me now as an older adult than I was as a younger teenager. Understand the difference. You just can't be that way towards everybody because they didn't do it. And if they did do it, and they happen to be in the same room with you, you have to be the professional to not cause ruckus. That's what I was trying to say. Cause ruckus. I was trying to use another word. You can't. You have to be a professional when you are in a professional setting. You have to be a professional in whatever setting you are in, because that's the reflection that they see of you every time you walk in the room.
Yeah, I agree. So, Shelley, what is your perspective on this topic?
My perspective is, don't let someone else's negative experience or feelings about something deter you from doing what you need to do. My example is, you all know I was on dialysis for over 10 years before I got the kidney transplant. There, not 8 out of 10 people would always tell me, "Oh, you're not going to make it to transplant. You're not going to, that's been too long. You've been on dialysis too long. You're not going to make it. You're probably going to be on dialysis for the rest of your life." And look where I am now. 7 years, kidney transplant. If I had let people bother me, I'd still be sitting here getting that dialysis 3 times a week, or not alive.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget it.
It's not your problem. Ooh.
That's the best way to do it. Like you all know, I had some technical difficulties today, so we just gonna say forget it.
The background looks good now, even without the backdrop. But no, I definitely understand that perspective. A lot of times people put their own limitations on you because of their own insecurities. Like maybe they feel like they wouldn't be able to do it, or maybe they know someone who wasn't able to do it. So now that has to mean that you can't do it too. And it's an unhealthy way to do that, but people do it a lot.
I had to keep it pushing. I had to. I got family, and y'all know that's another story for another day. But I had to keep it moving.
Yeah. I thank you for sharing that experience, because I'm sure there's people who have gone through it or are going through it that might need to hear those words to keep going and not let someone else deter you. Ooh, hearts.
So sorry, that was unintentional.
Look, why you distract me like that, MJ? I was in the middle of something. Now I have to go through all of them. Come on, Lord. MJ.
Well, see, I didn't know the heart would do that. I'm sorry.
That's on the iPhone, huh? I don't have an iPhone. Well, not my personal phone. I have my work phone is an iPhone. Oh, see, there you go.
But yes, it's MJ's fault.
I'll take this one.
I can't help it.
I'll take this one. I'll take it.
I can't help it when I see those emojis. I just want to get on there and try to do it. But I am done. But yes, like I was saying, I'm glad that you shared that for anyone who might be going through that now. Sometimes you can't really take advice from someone who hasn't been there. So it's easy for someone to say that, but if they're not the person that's going through the transplant or trying to get the transplant, it doesn't really hit the same. So I'm glad that you're able to share your experience on that. And MJ, thank you for sharing your experience as well. For those of you who don't already know, MJ and Shelley are both deluxe members of our small business directory. So I'm going to let them both tell you an update about their business now. So we will start with, who wants to go first?
I can't with her.
See, you got people trying to keep a straight face, and then there you go.
I'll take it. So one update in in the business right now. We just had a successful international trip. I have clients returning home from Mexico.
Yay!
They should be getting on their plane their plane back home within the next couple of hours. I have been chatting with the client, make sure everything was okay. She said all was well and no complaints, and she will be a return client. So
yes, okay. You know, not trying to toot our own horns over here, but we're tooting.
But a little toot is necessary. A little toot is necessary.
Yes. Okay. Congratulations on that. I'm glad to hear that. And I can't wait to see more updates about her travels and if she posts pictures in your travel group too. Did you have any updates you want to share, Shelley?
Well, no real new updates, but you know, I get new goodies almost every day. Okay. Almost every day.
Did you want to share any goodies?
Ooh.
These just came yesterday.
Now, those are pretty.
Those are pretty.
Are those pearls in the middle?
There's pearls. Looks pearls and a whole bunch of other cute little danglies.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Those are pretty. Those are really pretty.
And then there's these.
Okay, some floral. I could see that with a nice big floral dress, something dramatic.
I can see that with a big floppy hat. I don't know why, but I can.
Right.
Like a
and then this is a good one for summer.
I could see the ones with my dress actually because they have a pop of color.
That would work with the dress that you have on right now.
Oh yeah, those work too.
Yep.
Pink, a floral. Yeah.
Yeah, those are cute.
Yep. I get goodies all day, every day.
Okay, so let's see. What updates should I share? We have so many different things going on with the directory. Let's do. I had to think, guys. Okay, so the update that I'm going to share is that we have added some new features to the Boss Babe Lounge. So the Boss Babe Lounge, for anyone that doesn't, go on the website for avidly, is basically a place where business owners can come and kick back, but you can also get insightful, helpful, inspirational content as well. So if you ever just need to go somewhere and learn something new, hear something new, head over to the Boss Babe Lounge. But one of the newest features that we have at the Boss Babe Lounge is actually going to be our resources. So I added on some new business resources. I have a documentary that I'm going to be doing dedicated to the business owners that are listed in our directory. So if you're interested in being a part of the documentary, it's really easy to join. All you have to do is be a member of our directory, and then you're going to come over here and fill out one hardship or obstacle that you faced as a small business owner, 2 things you did to help yourself overcome, 2 or 1 thing, and then what state you're representing in the film. And then you're going to pick a 30-second video for the documentary and send it to info@bossbabeblog.com. So that can be you dressed up and packaging orders, you making your products, you dressed up delivering your products, you at a vendor show, you dressed up walking in your town, any of those, but just a 30-second video of you doing that. And then once you've emailed it, you'll automatically lock in your spot for this documentary. So far, we already have, 3 business owners. So we actually only have 7 seats left, not 10. And that will be updated soon. But that is one of the newest things that we're doing. And this is just to inspire business owners to keep going and keep finding solutions and know that they're not the only ones out there that might be dealing with something. Because sometimes on those days when you're feeling really emotional, those are the days that you give in instead of just keep going and find a solution, because that's what a lot of other business owners had to do. If they had stopped, they would have never gotten to where they are today. So that is my latest update at Boss Babe Blog. And that's what we're going to end on. So a lot of updates, a confidence boosting tip. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight at this group interview. And thank you everyone for listening and watching our podcast. We'll see you again next time, where we're going to share tip number 14 on how you can boost your confidence. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast.